I watched this in its Japanese language. That's the original. And none of those people can talk quiet. Nobody can ask for a glass of water or anything without. And y'all think look, don't take me as being racist or anything. No, that's how they talk most of the time. Yeah. Now I said, okay, I can't take this shit. I switched over to the English dub. And then the characters start talking about, yo, dog, I gotta meet my peeps here, man. Yo, what's up with you? I'm like, oh, it's back on Japanese. I'd rather listen to them yell than talk this goddamn fake ebonics shit over here, man. All this urban talk. So I went back to the Japanese dub. Hey everyone, Double Toasted live in Las Vegas is coming up very soon, October 8th. Join us for a night of comedy, music, games, and a big after party. This is going to be our first time doing a show in Las Vegas, so it's going to be a very special night for us, and we want to share it with you. And if you've never been to a Double Toasted show, ask anybody. It's tons of fun. It's just like one big party that we're sharing with friends. And like I said, we want you to be there. So go get your tickets now by going to x1entertainment.com or go to doubletoasted.com. There's a link to get your tickets there too. Hey, we'll see you soon. The only reason why I started watching this is Cyberpunk. The only reason why I started watching Cyberpunk is because Carlos. Carlos, I love you, man. Carlos and I had a good couple of phone calls this weekend.
Yeah.
So. But Carlos was like, Cyberpunk, you need to watch this. Watch this now. Go on the show and talk about it. It is the #1 show on Netflix right now. And I went and looked on Netflix. That shit ain't even registered in the top 10. Not even there. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, do you fact check anything that you say before you say it?
Nope. That's a big fat nope.
Don't ask it.
So, in a pre-COVID world, people were looking very much forward to what they said, and yes, and who are they? Apparently they're damn fools, because they said that this is going to be the greatest game of all time. I don't care if there's no more video games after that. This is going to be the video game to end all video games.
I just want the money.
You got the chip? All right, start her up,
That's the trailer, or the teaser trailer that got people so excited for Cyberpunk. What was Cyberpunk? What?
2077.
2020. What is it? 20. What?
Cyberpunk 2077.
2077. And then the actual game came out, and it was entertaining. You couldn't play it, but it was entertaining. Cars being thrown across the city for no reason, people's arms stretching, people in wheelchairs just getting up and running for no reason.
Well, that was just fucking funny. I just like that.
No, it was a hilarious comedy, man. But as far as a game, it was not a good game. And then they announced the anime, and people started looking forward to that because they said, well, at least you can't glitch that shit, can you?
Maybe they'll find a way.
If anybody will find a way, it'll be Cyberpunk. But the anime was announced a long time ago.
A while back. When they thought this was going to be a huge franchise for them.
Yeah. And they sat back on it. It's like, well, I guess now that you patched the game is working, people are okay with it, and we can finally release this. I swear people sitting on this link, let's see what happens. Because if people don't have the cyberpunk excitement anymore, then why release the anime? But the game started working, and then people actually saw some of the anime. You know, they saw the trailer and whatnot, and they said, well, you know what, this looks pretty cool. It is an anime, which means that it looks very different from the game, but at the same time, people were impressed with how much did resemble the actual game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for Cyberpunk. It is, and I'll say right now, as far as actual anime fans, it has been receiving some pretty good reviews. What the is going on?
I don't have epilepsy, but I do now.
You don't need it to have a seizure looking at this.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, I had to take a break every now and then.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
A lot of fluids.
Shit,
I mean, I get it, but God damn it.
No, there was a couple of times I was checking my phone coming out my mouth. Right? Just sitting up there watching this shit.
You gotta watch this with a spoon.
Yeah. Okay, people.
That
People
sewer racket tastes like pumpkin pie, but I'll never know.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm sitting up here. I'm on laxatives. I've been shitting all day. I can't be looking at this right now. I'm about to lose control of my bowels at this moment looking at all this crazy shit. Like, seriously, I'm nauseous right now, and I can't tell if it's because it's the laxatives. I'm watching this.
It's that.
It's like, really. It's like, whoa, shit, man. It's like, I can't do this shit right now. Now, that's not to say that, that's a reflection on the quality of the show itself. If anybody's watched the show, if you read up on it, this is about what they call edgerunners. And it deals with a kid named David. David is a teenager who's he goes to an academy where a lot of people don't think he belongs. And like, you who do you think you are, living beyond your means? Who the? I'm really serious. I'm like, who the does your mama think you? Who does she think she is, trying to provide you with a good education? Working hard to send you to this school where you don't belong. So David's like, all right, to hell with it. David starts acting out, causing trouble. David pretty much, after and I won't say anything about his family, but there's a tragedy that happens to him, and he has no choice but to become an edge runner. An edge runner is a cyberkinetically enhanced person who goes out and pretty much does heists and crimes, stealing chips out of people that make them what they are. It's a future where everybody gets cyber enhancements. Augmentations, yeah. It's a pretty cool premise because these people get these augmentations and they lose their shit. Like, if you do it too much, you kind of start to lose your mind and overdose. But the thing is, when you overdose, you become like some crazy person on PCP. Like, they call you a cyber psycho. And it happens all the time where people just lose their shit and just start killing people.
Oh, damn.
I don't even know the cops show up anymore. Because the cops show up and they just get massacred. And then they got to call in the big people to come and take them out. It happens a lot. But with this, to tell you about my impressions of it, I will say this: having played Cyberpunk, and I said this already, I'm pretty impressed with the way that they actually make you feel like you're watching parts of the game. They replicated so many parts of the game where it's like, oh, damn, I've been there. They take a lot of elements from the games that you might know about, like people going to the moon and all this kind of stuff. It's but seriously, so many visuals I've taken from the game, right down to where, like, in the game you have an apartment that you live in. David's apartment looks just like that. The city block that you are walking around a lot, they've recreated that. Certain place where you go to pick up missions to do jobs, they've recreated those spots, bars and lounges. So that's pretty cool that they pay so much attention to detail if you played the game. And if you don't, it's the animation. It's wild, but it's done pretty well. There's a car chase in here that's done pretty much on par with like live action car chases, man. And I have to be careful because I just know there's a couple of sex scenes in here, so I just can't cut to this trailer all the time. Forgive me, Twitch. I did not know that was in there. So I know that there's a lot of anime people that love this, and that's the thing that you got to know. It is extremely anime.
Looks like it.
People yelling!
And that's, yeah.
Wait, so there's not a dub version?
Okay, so let me tell you about that. So I trying to be, watch this authentically to make any kind of anime fan or viewer proud. I watched this in its Japanese language. That's the original. And none of those people can talk quiet. Nobody can ask for a glass of water or anything without and y'all think look, don't take me as being racist or anything. No, that's how they talk most of the time. Yeah. There was all. It's like there's a person just saying, "How you doing?" It's like, and they just yell everything, man. Now I said, okay, I can't take this shit. I switched over to the English dub, and then the characters start talking about, "Yo, dog, I gotta meet my peeps here, man. Yo, what's up with you?" I'm like, oh, it's back on Japanese. I'd rather listen to them yell than talk this goddamn fake ebonics shit up here, man. All this urban talk. So I went back to the Japanese dub, because the English dub is terrible. "Yo, David, dog, where you been? What's up with you?" And it's a big white dude saying this too. I was like,
that's even better.
What? That makes it funny. The way now you described it sounds entertaining. But the thing is, it seems so visual. I don't want my attention taken by trying to read the screen.
Yeah, it is a challenge to do that. Because the animation is, I mean, purposely so. It's done insanely over exaggerated. I mean, you know, a lot of exploding heads, a lot of exploding bodies, people contorting all over the place because they are, you know, they do have these cyber enhancements on them. This thing, it cannot sit down and sit still. You know, there's always something going on, always something moving, always something crazy. Very sexual, a lot of sex scenes in here, a lot of nudity. So, you know, if that's your thing, that's fine. But if you were seeking peace and quiet, this is not the thing to watch, because everything, that's one of the biggest things I can say about this. Some people are fine with this. It's, you know, it's a little too loud for me. And I'm not saying it's a little too loud like it's hurting my ears or anything. It's just like there's a lot going on already. Mm-hmm. But, you know, so it would be nice to just kind of sit back and have some quiet time. And they do sometimes, but you know, I get scared when it's quiet, because that means they're going to get loud right after that. And everything from the talking to the violence to the sound effects to the music, all of it is pumped up to 15.
Oh, good Lord.
They just sit there.
They're used to it.
They're just looking at each other, man. They're just sitting up there looking at each other. Ain't nobody's doing it. No one's doing anything.
Can you turn this down?
Huh? And that's my man that's talking about you, dog.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, but yeah, they're just sitting down about to have some tea. They're sitting up there. No, they're not. They're revving it up because things are about to go down. But you see, even the music is crazy. Is that dude black? Because I was just looking at him. He looked like he had, you know, because of that blonde. I can't tell. I don't know.
Maybe he's albino.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
White hair.
He might have that. He might have that Wesley Snipes thing going on.
Wesley Snipes thing
From Demolition Man.
Oh,
where he's got that blonde hair.
Like Simon Felix.
Yeah, and maybe he is black. You know, I don't know. He probably is. So forgive me. I couldn't tell because everybody's just so enhanced, as you say, man. Everybody just augmented. Yeah. So I really couldn't tell. So maybe he is black, but Steven then still,
it's obnoxious sound.
But it's still though. He's just, you know,
stereotypical.
Like, yo, man, gonna do my peeps.
Got him.
Even anime would be like, whoa, come on, bring it down, some. You misrepresenting us.
No, man, this is cyberpunk.
So is Death Clock doing the soundtrack?
Yeah, it might as well be, man.
God, yeah.
No, it's a combination of a lot of heavy music, whether it be metal or hip hop. But I mean, that tells you what you're looking for right there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and it's
a lot. It's a lot.
It's insane, y'all.
Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah,
I feel like I just watched a parody of anime.
well, again, there's a lot of anime that's out there like that, and so if you watch it and you know what you're getting into, I mean, that's one of the things I can say. It's never boring. It's always something happening. It's always something happening, and the animation is so stylized and so cool. It fits this just this insane violence that's going on in here. It's fun. I mean, I have fun with it. Let me just say that they do sit back and they do develop characters in here. David gets brought in with this crew. And the main character, who I just learned, okay, he's black. I can see that, which makes me happy. I'm cool because if he is black, I like that they didn't draw him, you know, like they have a tendency to do, or had a tendency to do.
With big red lips.
With big lips and, you know, big eyes and everything, you know. Big pink or red lips. Yeah, you know, I like, if he's black, then great, because they didn't draw him like that. He even got a white chicken in the show. So, you know, if he's black, then great. But his crew, led up by this character, Maine right here, you start to like all the characters, man. And they develop they develop all these characters, their relationships. You know, it's that whole thing when, you know, also you've seen these movies where when a newbie comes in, a new recruit, a new member comes into the crew, how they have to settle in, how everybody starts to grow on them, and they do a good job at making you feel the bond between David and this group of criminals that he's with. And also, you got to keep in mind that the heists are done with this cyber twist. You know, it's kind of cool how they go in subways and steal people's chips out their necks. How they communicate with each other while they're doing these heists. So from that, you know, from a sci-fi point, it is pretty visionary and it is a lot of fun. Like I said, I was just happy that anime worked. You know, it wasn't glitching all over the place.
Sure.
And also, they developed those characters well enough to where when they get to one episode, something crazy goes down. And something like that would be the end of a series until either next season or it would be the end period. And they keep going. They show you how people take up different roles when people have to leave and people, you know, get, you know, they, for whatever reason, are not around anymore. They actually show how those characters advance. The character of David grows, man. I like the way David starts out as being, you know, they make fun of, let me take find a picture of David. They make fun of David for being pretty weak. This is not the best picture of David, but they make fun of David for being pretty weak.
They call me weak.
Yeah, he's the smallest one, and it's kind of cool to see how he comes up in the ranks, man. You know, it's like a good crime story. You see how somebody starts as the new guy to being the leader.
Yeah, okay.
And David has that story.
That rise.
Yeah. And as I said, the animation is just cool. It's crazy. It's insane. But you're getting into it for that reason, man. You know, it is fun.
Right on.
So yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody because it might be too much, especially if you have epilepsy, of course. But as far as, you know, watching something on Netflix, man, you know, one of the insane animated shows. Yeah, and if you like Cyberpunk, they definitely did a lot with even pushing that world a little bit more. So yeah, it's a matinee for me. I had a good time. I know a lot of people who are loving this, and it's like a full price for them. But as I said, I think it could be times where it's just way too over the top for me. But you know, for other people, that's perfectly fine. So yeah, it's a matinee for me, man. I enjoyed it. Somebody made it clear. I like my Cyberpunk white. How dare you?